Apparently every woman in this town is a redhead, and that's awesome. But it means the men are probably redheads too, and that's not awesome. That's the opposite of awesome. Society will never be woke enough to accept redheaded men.
All kinds welcome here, and then some, guy walks in with big curly red hair.
Yeah,
like,
just,
sir, you might want to...
You might want to straighten that hair out at
I
least.
don't know how to say this, but it could be best for you if you didn't come here. But now look, there's even red on the rainbow on the door. I know, but that's not for you. That's not what the red means. That's not what it's representing.
Follow, man.
It's representing her, and then it just whip pan over to the sexiest, redhead eating like a burger on a sports car or something.
Very specifically for the vet over there.
I like how Steiner went at first, because, asshole.
Yeah.
You gotta open that door up, because he's like, chivalry! Guys still gotta be chivalrous, right?
Like, man, you can open doors for people, but just do it to be polite.
Don't do it to expect to put your dick in something later. I like how chivalrous dudes are always like ladies first, and unless it's something besides walking through a door.
Yeah. Like getting on the lifeboat.
Oh shit, you're lighter than me, you can float.
That's not how it works.
You can float to safety.
This old man's trying to have a conversation about general morality, or relative morality, with Steiner, but Steiner's too much of a tool. He just sees things in black and white. So the old man's like, who decides what's right and wrong? Hint, hint, your queen might be corrupted. And Steiner's like, that's not a question. Everybody knows who decides what's right and wrong.
Ladies first. How about voting? No, no!
I think you gotta leave this whole area now.
Alright. Fuck. It is indeed the cargo ship.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I do like the look of that ship, though.
Yeah.
There's something about it that's pretty practical. I don't know what's running the propellers, but it would make sense.
Well, you look at the propellers, and you can there appears to be like a band going from the center down to what is presumably an engine inside, where there's some sort of... I don't know engine parts, I'm sorry, I'm not handy, but some sort of spinny bit.
Yeah.
Wherever that fucking spinny bit is, the axle rose or something?
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
The Fleetwood Mac spins around.
It connects to the axle rose.
Yeah, and that spins that around, and it appears to have like a balloon bit in the undercarriage to provide additional lift as well.
The whole, what is that, I don't know, I know it's blimp, but it's like dirigible or some word like...
Yeah, it's like a dirigible, basically.
And like that... And that makes sense. Like, everyone's cool with blimp technology.
Also interesting, I just realized, like the actual body of it is just a boat.
So it could have just
observe it some more. Like I imagine the design philosophy is that airships are fairly new, and they're basically just retrofitting old boats.
I love that.
Yeah,
and I mean, and the propeller system could even be ran by manpower.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you fly those kind of things around, and you allow the wind to carry you around. So like even if the propellers weren't the best, they would still work a bit to get you where you needed to go. I just like believable design in games.
When you can look at something and imagine what they were thinking of when they designed it, even if it's never addressed within world. It's like, okay, they actually sat down and considered, how does this world work? Mm-hmm. How do we reflect that in the design? It doesn't just exist. It exists this way for a reason. Like in 8, there's really no reason for the airship to look like a dragon that I can think of.
But, a ship makes total sense.
But this is a boat, and it's got that carving on the front the way boats do. Whoa, shit. What's this Z fighting going on?
Yeah, I want a propeller blimp.
Yeah.
Like that's bicycle powered on the inside. You just sort of pedal.
Yeah. There's just a man in a coat and 2 tails.
And a chocobo and a wheel.
Yeah.
And you just dump that thing right off the bow when you're done.
Well, yeah, you pull up the port, and you're like, we need a fresh man in a coat and chocobo, and then someone pulls the lever, and it just dumps them.
And then that's how, like, bowling was invented. They put big pins up at the bottom of the hill.
Because it was funny to them.
They send the youngest ones down there to reset the pins, and they're, like, walking through the broken cages and broken bird bones, and then one's, like...
And the crushed monocles of the gentleman who rode the bikes. Good, we actually steal from this bug. So I don't believe it will attack Garnet.
Oh, that's good. Like, just burn it, dude.
Yeah, just burn it, man.
Can she summon it? No,
No,
not yet.
as I explained before, she's currently afraid of the power inside of her. And that manifests in the gameplay by the mana cost being way too high for her to actually summon anything.
I think it's strange for them to give that one sword art the minus cut or whatever. Like that's a pretty, I don't know, to give it at such an early stage in the game. It's like,
well, it's of many of the sword arts he gets later on they're things that are much more potent. That's a decent one to use to give the player early on because it's, while it's just cure on all. Because while it is potentially very strong, it's also it's not really overpowered.
oh, don't use fire.
Shit.
Ouch. Bap. Miss. Just
No, you should
floats.
have dumped cure on everyone.
Just floats to the side.
Or just on Steiner now.
Oh yeah, he tossed the potion over
Yeah.
there. Oh well, they're all...
And Dagger isn't taking damage. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother resurrecting them. It's a boss fight, so you're not going to get experience, and they're probably just going to die. Like, do a party-wide cure, since he is going to put a Phoenix down on one of them. You may as well try to get him up. I think when Steiner goes into his trance state, his armor isn't shitty anymore.
Jeez.
Somehow the single target version is less powerful than when it hits everybody.
So what does his trance do? Has he got like a...
He just attacks harder. So just blow this guy up.
I'm not even sure if I stole the thing I was trying to steal.
No, I don't think he did either. Jeez. Jeez, Steiner, why don't you hit like that all the time? Vivi wouldn't be dead right now.
Well,
His blood's on your hands, Steiner.
That's why he's a Knight of Pluto. He only puts it in the effort in some of the time.
That makes sense. Only when it comes time for the physical fitness test does he really push himself, and even then it's just hard enough to pass. It's just hard enough. You need a 215 to pass, and he gets a 215. He's real proud of himself the one time he got a 220. Yep, I did one more pull-up than usual. Full 5 points. Yeah, Steiner, you asshole.
Yeah, get woke, bitch.
Get woke about princess safety. Read this informative manual I have printed on hemp paper at my local print shop.
How to not draw attention to your princess and treat her like a regular girl.
Oh, I'm learning a lot from this pamphlet, actually.
Should we rest?
Yeah, we got fucked up.
That's what you said before, and I wasn't safe.
I wasn't safe at all.
And you made me murder a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Was that the rest? Are we already done?
No. It's giving you the option to go back physically and buy items and sleep and do some calisthenics, all that.
Fuck the sleeve of your favorite jacket.
What?
What? I'm sorry. See that giving attitude? Like, I'm so sorry. Sorry I was asleep.
On the job, in the inn that I own and operate. Sorry, Charlie.
What is he looking up at?
He's thinking. It's his thinking animation.
At least he speaks when he thinks about stuff. Did we eat? No, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah, we're good.
They just order a bunch of food and eat messily on the beds.
Yeah. Just to spite this fucker. Hey, Vivi, take that pillow, right? Yeah? Take that pillow, stuff it down the front of your shirt, sneak out with it. Okay. I'm an impressionable young person, I'll do this thing.
Don't you think he might look under my shirt? Now you're a freak, no one wants to look under that shit.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Steiner got himself a helmet or something, right?
Oh yeah, Iron Helm. Better than the shitty Bronze Helm. Get out of here, Bronze.
Does it show you like if you have other things you could possibly put there, or
No,
you have to like
no,
go
yeah.
in? And it doesn't have anything.
Yeah, wrist. Oh wait, we might have. Oh, I guess those leather wrists are an upgrade. Cool.
Oh man, leather.
Beast killer.
I can't wait to kill some fucking beasts.
Yeah,
Let's see, ability.
we have several of them too. Oh, we'll definitely level up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bright Eyes does keep
Prevents
darkness.
darkness. Might be more useful than antibody actually.
Yeah, because then he can
Just
still
to end a fight.
beat people
Yeah.
up. Okay, let's see. And then Zidane has Beast Killer. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, but Dagger and VV might be able to learn something if you equip them with leather wrists as well.
Oh, we have a bunch of.
We have at least 2. Okay, we have 1 more. Oh, cool. He can learn Blizzard.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice.
Yeah. And that's a permanent ability, so you
So
don't
he
need to
doesn't.
equip it.
Oh yeah, he just. Oh, good. I'm surprised they would even stay at this place after what had just happened. Like they don't think it would maybe happen again. This is really just a real early woke ass story about, you know, hey, girls can do things for themselves. You don't need to be there, Steiner. And he's like, but I can't
They don't
comprehend.
They don't need literal knights watching over them all the time, Steiner.
Jamie was watching The Bachelorette, and I would catch a little bit of it sometime, and I caught the last episode where it's like, let's meet up with them, like, you know, after the fact and talk about what's going on. and one guy apparently was just like super racist on like Twitter and stuff.
Oh.
And so everyone was like calling him out on his racist behavior, but no one was just attacking him. Mm-hmm. Everybody just sat there and made him admit that what he did was racist, and then they're like, are you sorry you got caught, or are you sorry for being racist? And he just, it was like watching somebody hesitate to rip a Band-Aid off or something like that. Like, you're just like, fucking apologize, admit it, and move on. Like, none of these people are attacking you, they all just want you to admit it and move on. And the guy's just like, you know, very handsome white guy. Probably never had to like account for anything before. He started like giggling, you know, like how a kid does when they are caught and then they start joking around and they're like, no, you're caught right now, you were racist, like admit it for one. Finally got him to admit it because he was the kind of person that was just like, oh yeah, that tweet was racist. It's like, no, you were racist for tweeting it. And it's like, okay, you now move on. Like, it's just so crazy watching people do every maneuver they can possibly do to avoid like confronting stuff like that. Jeez, Steiner, just learn.
And then maybe stay off of Twitter for a bit, Steiner.
Yeah, like take your fucking chivalry bullshit
maybe
off
stop
Twitter.
tweeting the princess's exact location on Twitter all the time. In Lindblom, trying to get on cargo ship.
Hope no one finds out, lol.
Hashtag love the queen.
And Beatrix is just tweeting how disappointed and pissed off she is all the time.
I think all Beatrix would be tweeting is ampersands. Just dot, dot, dot. All day, every day. So the black mages built in the village bring back the newly built black mages. It's a self-sustaining economy.
And they thought you were one of them because, well, look at your freak ass.
So sad, Vivi. They don't even. It's like they can't even. I can't even right now.
I can't.
Oh.
Even.
Still haven't heard back from Ethel about karaoke. But yeah, as they were climbing up on the back of the airship, he reached up and grabbed her butt. And she went, hey, and he said, ooh, soft.
Oh, I missed it. But, I mean, probably is soft. I saw it was just the door, probably.
Or a window, and he'll be like,
Or a
sure are up high.
Could just end it all right now. He's just like I love how he's always in such despair and he just doesn't understand what's going on.
He just always thinks the world is ending. Or has come to an end.
He's just picturing he's like, you know, so high up in the air. Princess is way down there. He's like, well, I'm gonna have to turn around. It's gonna take another couple days.
She's gonna have to spend at least 2 more days with that dashing rogue. Oh. They'll be going at it all day and night without me there.
What's in here? Anything in here?
Only a cutscene.
Good job, Steiner.
How do you even run a background check in this era? You don't have extensive files on people.
As he's in there just cranking the steering wheel hard to the right.
Yeah.
So these things are getting pissed off because they're basically programmed to make sure that the mages are being shipped to where they're supposed to go.
No, they're in service to a couple of those 2 little harlequins that are in service to the queen. And they're getting pissed off because they're supposed to be ensuring that Garnet gets to where she's supposed to be. Like the one that we just fought was trying to capture her specifically.
So then these ones are all manufactured.
Yes. These are just entry-level boilerplate Black Mage models.
They're just so confused. They're like, "Why did you spin the wheel? Like it doesn't make sense." Like,
and then you just go like, "Don't worry about that though," and they go, "Okay, sure."
No. Yeah, I'd be saying no if that thing just dropped down too. Black Waltz is a pretty cool name.
It is. Too bad they don't do dick in this story.
Yeah, burn him.
That one is just holding on some fire, like doesn't quite know what to do with it.
It's starting to think for itself briefly for a moment. It's like, what am I doing? What am I? And then this happens.
Cue Mad World. Dun, 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 dun.
So this is my reel?
This actually does find its way into AMVs a lot. For your reel, I would suggest not using the AMV. Actually. I don't know. I think it's one of my best pieces. Yeah, but it looks stupid.
But it's set to Mad World?
Yeah. It's real stupid. Maybe just don't do that. In my senior seminar class, not senior seminar, in one of my final classes, about where we had to make our reel, there were the upperclassmen and the lowerclassmen in the same class, and we had different focuses. But one of the lowerclassmen was putting together a reel, and he had a logo, and none of us could figure out what the logo actually was. And we're looking at, like, is it a chicken? Is it a dude eating some film? What is going on with this? And the thing is, it was his character that I guess his wife drew, and it's supposed to be like a ninja, but it's wearing like a hat that looks like a chicken's waddle, and he's kind of looking up, and his mouth is open, and he is like feeding film into his mouth.
God,
and it's called because his address, his email address, and his whole kind of branding for his personal brand was like B Feed the Camera Ninja, where it's like BFHEET.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that, and it didn't make any sense.
No,
and it's like I remember like what I heard was that this guy like would not take any criticism on it.
It was very difficult trying to get him to accept that it was just really bad. Sometimes they give you story-related trances, and those are cool.
Double black.
Yeah, I could go for a double black.
Yeah.
But eventually I was like, dude, just don't use that logo and change your email address because it's confusing, it's unprofessional, and it doesn't tell me anything other than that I don't want to interact with this.
Like, don't have a bad email and then build everything around that.
Have an email that is your fucking name.
Have an email
or
where
your company.
Yeah, where people will be able to find you if they want to hire you.
Like, I'm not convinced that my reel was anything special, but I at least have a sense of professionalism. That's it. My email address is my name. Oof.
Yeah, we do sword magic.
Yeah, he's getting beat up pretty bad.
Trying to steal from this thing.
Stealing early in the game is kind of difficult simply because your party makeup is getting changed around so often. You often don't have a healer. So you want to steal from the boss, but then the boss is just blowing you the fuck up.
I'm talking about like healing and stuff, like having a healer. And after playing Overwatch a lot, I think it made me better at other games.
Oh,
like
sure,
it made me better at Super Smash Brothers. Like just understanding things like, I don't know, just like harassing people or like the benefits of healing or like how just little bits of damage do like add up.
Yeah. So you don't have to go in for the kill every time. You can just wound them right now and then get the safety. Especially with certain characters like Tracer or Sombra, where all you're really doing is harassment because you can't go toe-to-toe with Roadhog.
Yeah, or like...
You can't dart all around Roadhog. You know, get pop and bit. I know. And, yeah, just blow this thing up. Yeah, like, you know, pop him a bit, and then when he turns toward you, fucking zoop past him, spin around, shoot him a bit more,
like
zoop past him again, then warp back where you were a few seconds ago.
Like understanding, okay, like this matchup isn't gonna work out too well, but I know that I'm quicker than this character, so if I can just dance around them and fuck with them as opposed to trying to like take them on in a fist fight, like things like that. I don't know, like I just it's great. I was playing Towerfall with some friends, and you know that arrow shooting like multiplayer game, and that was super fun. And I was like, kicking some ass at it. And I had never played it before, but just taking things that I picked up from Overwatch and applying them there. I was like, oh, Overwatch is making me a better gamer a little bit.
Yeah, playing World of Warcraft had that effect on me as well because I came to value certain tactics like that. You know. You don't need to pull the entire dungeon at once. You can take your time. It's better to survive this round and continue on than to try and push your luck. Because you're very rarely going to win that dice roll. In Overwatch, maybe the other person won't be as good a shot, and you will be able to put more rounds down range and on target than they can. But you probably won't. You probably won't.
Like, you're not meant to win this fight.
Yeah.
So don't try. Or try, but, you know, you'll lose.
You're meant to win this fight 3 rounds down the line. I just noticed these two are steering together. Each one's holding on to a stick on either side.
It's cool to see them up close now and see their weird ass
these
faces.
fucking weirdos.
To bail.
Yeah. To get away from Black Waltz number 3.
Jeez, hardcore. Exist only to kill. Man, I really relate with Black Waltz number 3 though. I think I'm gonna go.
That does sound like the first album Black Waltz number 3 would put out. Exist only to kill. And there'd be like the cover art would be like a picture of a dude eating a baby or something. And Cannibal Corpse would be like, yeah,
we get you. We'll be there.
I see a guy on the bus wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt. I'm like, I don't trust this man. Not because he listens to Cannibal Corpse. Whatever. Just that he would walk around in public with a shirt where a person is flaying a baby alive.
Ooh.
I don't know. Maybe don't wear that particular shirt out in public.
Eee.
Just don't do that. I get it. I'm a weirdo. Leaf through my movies. You'll find out.
I don't know, the baby thing?
Like, that's a little... Don't... In public?
People shouldn't be so sensitive to these images.
That's
I'm
literally
doing
a man.
this a service to everyone by wearing it.
The album is called Butchered at Birth. And you thought, I'm gonna plaster that all over my chest and back.
No, man, you just don't get it, right? It's about, you know, what society does. No, it's about killing babies. What am I
It's
getting?
about killing babies. I'm not gonna front. I don't think about it any more deeply than that.
Oh, now what? You stared at it too long. Maybe you should just grabbed it.
I think now he's gonna go Super Saiyan like Kermit the Frog.
His little legs are just gonna go all over the place. Jeez, VVC, just burn things like that more often. You have no problem burning that. Burn your problems, man.
Your little clown pantaloons.
Just take a hard look at your problem, think about it,
and burn it.
And then just burn it.
Just burn it, man. It's like, oh, fucking, I owe $3,000 to the IRS. I guess I'll just go burn down the IRS. This doctor's riding my ass about how I'm drinking too much juice and it's affecting my diabetes. Apparently Vivi's hat is just stitched on because that's all he's holding on to right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, my radical. Oh no. Oh fuck. I'm dead. Oh, my plane was so radical too. It was like the motorcycle of the sky.
I bet Reaper loves some Black Waltz number 3.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has a poster above his bed.
Yeah.